I have seen several questions lately on Steam forums asking about supply and why aren't your troops getting supplied. So I decided I would just make a brief, or at least as brief as I can, video. I'm in the Pacific and I'm looking at islands at the moment. I'm looking at Guam. I've got it, as you can see, on supply map mode. I hover my cursor over the island and it says Guam, USA, and then it says local supply 266.75 and local fuel 242.53. Now under that it says required daily is 21.30 supply and fuel is 112. Now the received supply is 121.80 and the port can ship in 121.80. Well, if I require every day 21.30 supply and the port can ship in 121.80, then the units I have stationed here, in this case it's just a garrison and a couple of headquarters and some naval fleets. They're stationed at Guam, which means they're drawing fuel and supplies from Guam. You see this is a level 10 port and it can handle the maximum number of supplies. Let's see if I have, let's move over here to, I cannot pronounce that, but it's a Japanese island, Amami Oshima. Notice it only has a level 2 port. It is just completed building a level 3 port, but it's not completed, totally complete. I hover over here. You can see this port. The port here can ship in 32.09 units of supply and fuel. If I put too many units there, then they're going to starve. Now to illustrate that, I'm going to take, well, first of all, since there is a battle going on in Guam, pardon me while I handle this. Aussie can handle that, I know. Okay, now I'm going to take my, we're going to go here and pick up, actually I don't want to go to Iwo Jima, I'm going to go to, yeah, Iwo Jima would be fine. I'm just doing this for the purposes of, I'm not going to save game. So I'm going to rebase, I'm going to pick up this, you see this is the 4th Army Corps. COPRS is pronounced core. Let me speed up. I just want to pick this unit up. Okay, now I'm going to move them to this port that we were just looking at. Remember, right now, this port can handle only 32.99. But it requires every day only 6.80. So let's see if we can add units to this port and cause it to be overburdened. Alright, now let's see what it says. And we need to let it go over the next day. Okay, now it says required daily is 60.92. And the port here can only ship in 35.77 units of supply. That means that these units are going to start starving. They cannot get enough supply. They cannot get enough fuel. Okay, so I have too many units on this island for the port to handle. Okay, so basically the size of your port is what matters. Now in the technology tree, under theory, you have supply organization and supply transfer costs. These are really good to research as high as you possibly can. But the one that affects ports, that's just general supply overall. But the one that specifically affects ports, affects ports is naval base efficiency. Right now you can see my naval base efficiency has a plus 80% because I've researched this up to 1940, where it shows the next level to be 1943, or as you can see it says basing 4 of 12. Always research this if you know you're going to need ports in the future to ship the maximum amount of supplies they can. All right, now as far as convoys go, when you set a convoy, the number of convoy units has no bearing on the size of the port. It's the distance. A very long convoy, one that's far away from the shipping port, you're going to require a lot more convoys than one that's closer. Now, I want to briefly touch on land supply, because that's always an issue. Notice here in North Africa, which is not as bad as I thought it would be, because I've done some upgrades, but this red hashing, what this means is that's a bottleneck. You see supply is coming into Tunis, and then it's taking a route right here all the way down, and then all of North Africa is being supplied from Tunis. The problem is this particular province, Kasserine, only has a infrastructure of 2, and that's not good enough to handle the amount of supply that's coming through. Green shows the supply trail. This red hash mark means that it's overburdened. Okay, so what I would need to do is increase the infrastructure, or I could possibly increase the infrastructure here. Thing to get around that bottleneck. Okay, again, the size of the port is what handles or matters about the amount of supply that gets in. If you put too many units anywhere, whether it be an island or on land mass, you can run out of supply. Just always keep that in mind. Any questions?